It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. And it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. Welcome in, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go on EA Sports. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Richardson. And right away, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6'6", doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Richardson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be called for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run it now with Gray. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense returns to the field. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd and 4. Quickly into the hands of Mims. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 3 yards out. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they're firmly in control of this game.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Now Brown. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Gray. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Out to his left. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Wide open receiver, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 21-0 our score after one. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. On the run, this is Gray. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Richardson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and 2. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, and that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Holding defense.
So now, I think even our referee is confused. The defense accepted the holding penalty, but they just got the ball on the fumble recovery, so that will be negated. That's a tough one to comprehend. Here's Richardson to throw on 2nd down. Complete to right. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Richardson on 3rd down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. With it is Brown. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And some space here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 52 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. They'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive, because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Richardson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On the ground, it's Gray. Shifts by him, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. With a white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando and the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that should set them up well for the second half to come. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in this second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Room here to run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Gray. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
They run again here with Gray. Down to about the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed in the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wells. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. On this play to move the sticks. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Richardson being chased out left. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Richardson. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Richardson. That's taken in by Henderson.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And the attempt at three will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Richardson throwing on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chargers' 21-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Right. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. The right's got it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Looking to throw. Richardson.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now he steps up. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The Chargers getting set to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gray. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Gray down to the 25. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff up the middle. Gray.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On first down, it's Gray. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Gray. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.